you read any article about the making of the Nike logo, you'll usually see the same price, which was just $35. This makes for a good headline, but there's more to the story than just a simple logo design. This was made when Nike was selling shoes from the back of a Plymouth Valiant, a far cry from the billion-dollar mega corporation intent on taking over the world. Founded in the early 1970s, Phil Knight wanted to launch his own line of sports shoes. The shoe design was complete and they were ready to start production, but they had no logo. The task fell to student Carolyn Davidson. According to Knight's memoir, Shoe Dog, the brief was vague. Knight gave Davidson their first product and asked for something that evokes a sense of motion. Davidson sketched designs onto tissue paper before placing them over a drawing of the shoe. After 2 rounds of concepts, the swoosh was chosen, among the fat lightning bolts, chubby check marks and morbidly obese squiggles. Knight wasn't keen on the design, saying, "I don't love it, but it will grow on me." Even at this time, the company wasn't even called Nike, they still had no name. The choices included Falcon, Bangle, Condor, and Knight's personal choice, Dimension 6. Ugh. The name came to employee Jeff Johnson in a dream, named after the Greek goddess of victory, and Knight wasn't overly keen on the name either. There was never a eureka moment for the logo or name, and both were chosen due to a looming print deadline. Davidson quoted 17.5 hours for the work at $2 an hour, coming to a grand total of $35. This was only slightly higher than minimum wage at the time. Adjusted for inflation, this is about $230. Davidson was a 17-year-old student. As far as I'm aware, she hadn't done any logos for clients before. Designers at this age would likely be appreciative of any paycheck, no matter how small, and perhaps more importantly, if you do a good job, there's prospect for future work. There's a great video from lynda.com featuring Aaron Draplin, now called LinkedIn Learning apparently, where he creates a logo for a company called Allbase. After some very rough sketches, he creates some logo mock-ups in a short space of time, which did raise the question of the cost of a logo. Are you paying for the hours or for the expertise? In this case, Draplin is an experienced designer, with some pointing out you're paying for the years of experience, not just the time spent on one project. There is plenty of discussion about this online already. Look at it this way, if you're a designer on Fiverr charging $35 for a logo, does that shout experience and quality? On top of a company's logo is the brand and marketing. The best way to advertise as a sports company is with big, expensive endorsements. For Nike, the most valuable signing of all was a rookie, albeit a pretty good one. In 1984, Nike signed Michael Jordan and created the Air Jordan sneakers. This move helped to radically shift Nike's image in the basketball world, blending streetwear and sportswear, and some commercials being directed by Spike Lee. And then there was Just Do It, created by Whedon and Kennedy. Despite being the last words of a murderer, the slogan is so simple and relatable, but also extremely memorable. On the Nike logo, Davidson has been quoted as saying, "I'm proud of what I did, and in some ways I see it as just another design. It was Phil and the employees at Nike that turned the business into what it was. If they didn't have the savvy, it would have been just another drawing." Phil Knight may know little about naming a company and logo design, but along with co-founder Bill Bowerman, he made some bloody good shoes in the early years. A company like this never would have survived if the products weren't good. The cheap price tag isn't justified, but this is a good case study of what branding and marketing could do for a logo. It seems daft that a logo this well known cost only $35, but as Davidson said, it was just another design.